Welcome. This is the fourth part of the Inner Self Integration course. This part is called Being Emotionally Wise. In the last part, you have learned the important steps towards doing your supposed to do action. At the same time, it is normal if you feel negative intermittently. But working on the mind and dealing with negative emotions is very important. Thoughts and emotions will come to you throughout life. But if you practice the technique well, they will not create any adverse impact on your life. Have you noticed that unlike earlier, now you do not feel a constant low? Now, there are pauses in between. In the past, the mind was too obsessed with thoughts and there were high levels of emotion. But now, there are little gaps of peace. With every step that you take towards a supposed to do action, you are gaining even more resilience, confidence, and peace of mind. In this part of the course, you will learn how to get emotionally wiser. That is, how to recognize and discriminate your emotions. You will also learn to use your emotions to alter the thinking and behavior. So let us first understand what are emotions. Emotions are the feelings that you experience. Emotions must not be considered bad. They are a very important information that your mind sends to you in form of an experience. Just like the pain mechanism in the body. If the body is hurt, the body makes you experience pain so that you take necessary action immediately. This is done so that the need of the body is attended to. Similarly, emotions are a great mechanism of your brain that tells you that something needs to be attended to in your life. Negative emotions like sadness, anxiety, guilt indicate that you have not done something that you were supposed to do. They are also a self-preservation mechanism of the mind. The way just feeling the pain in the body and not doing anything about it is not recommended medically, similarly, continuing to feel negative emotions and not taking the relevant step is also not recommended. Feeling the emotion is normal, but waking up and doing the needful is important. Indulging in continuous worry drains energy, creates stress, and makes you unhappy. While it is natural to worry, you should try to limit the amount of worrying that you do. Tell yourself that there is a cause of this worry and I can control that cause. I am committed towards my goal. I do not need to waste time. Another common thing that most people indulge in is self-victimization. This is the most favorite pastime of the mind. When something unfavorable happens, mind starts feeling sorry for self. The mind starts saying statements like, I'm a loser, I'm weak, and so on. Whereas the truth is that everybody undergoes both favorable and unfavorable situations in everyday life. There are equal probabilities for a favorable outcome and for an unfavorable outcome. And it is normal that whenever there's an unfavorable outcome, the mind will feel negative. The only thing different with wise people is that they observe the mind is feeling sad because of an unfavorable outcome. They do not allow the mind to remain stuck up in the event of the past. They accept the occurrence of the unfavorable outcome. They do not reject the emotion of despair. Rather, they go through the emotion without rebellion. This gets them the energy to proactively take control of the situation by doing what is supposed to be done. This process of experiencing the emotion and taking charge eventually turns the situation around. You need to refrain from indulging in a self defeating, self victimizing thought, like, it all happened because of me. Instead, tell yourself that mistakes happen and it is normal. Even the word mistake means mistake, that is, you mistaking something. Recognize what went wrong or unnoticed through you. It is obvious that if you could stop it, you would stop it. But because you could not, so you did not. Believe in yourself. Believe the fact that you are a good human. Tell yourself that you have the ability to overcome this obstacle because you're the best, most capable, most powerful, and most intelligent. Say whatever you can. Once you believe that you are confident and strong, you will act with a lot of strength and will be able to take control over your life. Similarly, if your mind is cribbing about some person who has not acted in your favor, tell yourself that it is obvious that if that person could act in my favor, he or she would. But because he or she could not, so he or she did not. This way, you allow your mind to move forward from that stuck-up position of the past. The mind has to be brought in the present situation. Let us now understand the steps to become emotionally wiser. The first step is to distance yourself from the negative situation. For a few moments, distance yourself from people who bring you down or make you feel bad about yourself. It is not that you should cut off with them totally. Sometimes you cannot, but until you have resolved your issue with them, try spending less time with them as much as you can. Tell him or her that you need a moment to collect your thoughts. Know that you deserve love and deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. If someone does not treat you well, maybe he or she is not aware of this. So it is your responsibility to take care of yourself and resolve your issue. The second step is to take pledge to be positive. If you decide to see things in a positive light, then you will be able to discover the solutions. You have learned that all happens on its own. But at the same time, you have a choice to perceive everything in a positive light. If you apply the first two fundamental truths, your mind will surely perceive things in a positive light. When you choose to focus on the positive, you become capable of facing everything that upsets you. There will be times when you cannot do anything to solve the problem. But if you practice your technique well, then even in those times, you will be able to get your energies by connecting to your inner self. Allow the situation to be there in front of you. Remember that you are not this situation. You are. You are the self. And the self cannot be impacted by any situation. This will create a sense of equanimity in you and thereby peace in the middle of the situation. And then you will see that the situation starts appearing less impactful to you. The third step is to acknowledge and accept your emotions. Emotion is like an attention-seeking child. Give it the needed attention by simply acknowledging the fact that it exists. And then, suddenly, you will see it fading away. So, if you are feeling scared, sad, angry, or anything, do not get in the trap of thoughts regarding the people who impact. Instead, keep your focus on acknowledging the emotion. You can do this by saying in your mind, I am feeling this emotion as of now, and it is normal to feel it. This will neutralize its effect in the mind. Any emotion, is a sudden disturbance, and the moment it is acknowledged and accepted, one gets out of it. With practice, you will become better at it. The fourth step is to pep up yourself. When you have established a state of unimpactedness from the emotion, you need to bring back the life spirit once again. Do anything that you can. Children do this very naturally. If their toy breaks, they cry, and once they are done with the crying bit, they again start playing with the broken toy or anything that they have access to. You too can call up your old friend, pick up your book, listen to your favorite music, go for a movie, or do anything that you like. Low emotion creates an opportunity to occasionally stop and admire the world around you. Go to a park, go for coffee or snack, or simply sit in your garden. What you do is up to you. You need to make your own self confident once again. Wear clothes that make you feel good. Get a new haircut that will turn you into a new positive individual. The fifth step is to surround yourself with positive people. Connect to all the people who make you feel good about yourself. It can be anybody from your support system. Having a good support system will help you become emotionally stronger. When you have someone to lean on, then you are less likely to go back in negative emotion. Also, that person can help you brainstorm the solution to your problem. After all, apart from celebrating success, friends and family are for those moments of low emotion as well. It is wise to ask for directions from your support system. To create harmony and peace with your emotion, let us practice the inner self integration once again. For this, you have to sit in a calm and silent place. Ensure that there is no disturbance for next few minutes. Sit in a comfortable position such that you do not have to move the body. Now close your eyes and do not open your eyes till a command is given. Open your eyes. Now with eyes closed, see whatever you see. You may see nothing, or dark, or blank. This is you. Here, there is no body, no mind, nobody, no situation, but only you. You are just existing. Rather, it can be said that you are existence. This is who you are. Now say in your mind, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. Now feel the amness. You are. Now slowly open your eyes. See that this whole world is. Now look at your hands. This is the body, and this body also is. You did not bring this body, but it happened in this world on its own, and will go whenever it has to go on its own. This body has a name. It is not your name, but the name given to this body by this world. Even the name is also not you. It is the body's name. So this body is. The present situation is also there. You are not the situation, but there is a situation in this world. All this keeps on happening on its own, and change is like an ongoing and never ending movie. It all changes, but you always exist. You always are. Now close your eyes once again. Experience that you are. I am. I am. I am. I am. I am. I am. Now slowly open your eyes and experience your existence with eyes open. See that this whole world is, but I am. All this is, and I am. Now see that even the body is running on its own. The air comes in the body on its own and goes out on its own. Do not get conscious about the quality of your breath. Just retire and watch life flowing on its own so joyfully. Experience the calmness in your emotions. If you could create peace in this moment using this technique, you can surely do it anytime. This way, you learn to deal with any emotion. Wishing the best for you. Be happy. Be peaceful. Do well and keep growing.